वेलकम टू द चैनल लर्न एंड टीच बाय सर अयाज। मैं हूं आपका होस्ट और टीचर सैयद अयाज उद्दीन हैदर। तो हम कर रहे थे मई जून 2023 पेपर 12 एंड वी आर डन टिल क्वेश्चन नंबर 25. So I will continue from question number 26. So here's the question. Which statement is correct? A. Group 1 elements are less reactive than group 2 element in the same period because they only need to lose one electron to have complete shells. This is not true. This statement is incorrect because group 2 elements need to lose 2 electrons, so they aren't more reactive than group 1. B. Group 1 elements are stored under oil to avoid reaction with oxygen and water in the air. The statement is correct because they are highly reactive metals. This is the group 1 metals: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, and the reactivity trend increases from top to bottom. So they are definitely stored in oil in order to avoid their reaction with oxygen and water present in the air. For your convenience, I am reading the other statements. Choice C. Group 1 elements become more reactive as a group is descended because the number of outer shell electrons increases. Well, that's true that group 1 elements become more reactive as a group is descended, but the reason is incorrect. They don't, the number of outer shell electrons does not increase, it will remain same. Instead, the distance between the valence electron and nucleus increases, which becomes easier for a metal to lose its valence electron. D. The melting point of group 1 elements decrease as the group is descended because there is more attraction between positive ions and the sea of delocalized electrons. This is incorrect. The reason is that because if the attraction between the positive ion and the sea of delocalized electrons increases, then it means that more force, more energy will be needed to break down the force between the atoms or the attraction between positive ion and the sea of delocalized electrons. So here the melting point decrease. This is not the reason. So choice B will be the right answer in this case. Question number 27. The table shows some properties of transition elements and the reasons why they have these properties. Which row show a correct property and the reason why transition elements show this property? Iron has two common oxidation states, 1 and 2. Reason: iron atoms can lose 1 or 2 electrons to form compounds. Well, iron has two common oxidation states, that is Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3. So this is incorrect. B. Nickel can be used as a catalyst. The use of nickel raises the activation energy of the reaction. This is incorrect because catalyst decreases the activation energy requirement of the reaction. Choice C. The reaction of aqueous sodium hydroxide with the salt of transition element can be used to identify the element. Transition metal hydroxides are often colored. This is true because transition metal hydroxides are often colored. So you can use aqueous sodium hydroxide to identify the element. D. Transition elements have high melting points. The presence of varying number of electrons in the sea of delocalized electrons weakens the metallic lattice. If the metallic lattice, the attraction in the metallic lattice decreases, it means that there will be low melting point. It can't be high melting point. So this is also incorrect. Only choice C will be the right answer in this case. 28. Which equation is correct? A. Cu solid plus O2 solid, O2 gas gives 2CuO solid. The equation is correct, but it's not correctly balanced. We need to put 2 before Cu. So A is incorrect in this case. B, Mg solid plus H2SO4 aqueous gives MgSO4 aqueous plus H2 gas. This equation looks correct to me as it is balanced also. C, Na solid plus H2O liquid gives NaO aqueous plus H2 gas. This is incorrect because we won't get NaO. We'll get Na2O instead. And furthermore, when sodium is reacted with H2O, you will get sodium hydroxide, not sodium oxide. So this one is also incorrect. D, 2ZnS plus 2HNO3 aqueous gives 2ZnNO3 aqueous plus H2 gas. This is incorrect. The reason is that Zn has 2 valency and NO3 carries -1 charge. So the compound between these two will be ZnNO3 whole twice. So only choice which is correct in this case will be B. 29. Metal X reacts with cold water to form a gas. Zinc displaces a metal Y from solutions of its salts. The carbonate of metal Z is insoluble. What could be the identities of X, Y, and Z? So metal X reacting with cold water to form a gas. It must be one of the reactive metals. It can be either sodium or magnesium. So in choices, this is for the identity of the X. In choices A, B, and D, sodium is taken as X. So only C is incorrect. So I have narrowed down the choices. Now let's check A, B, and D in order to see whether it's correct or not. A, X is sodium, Y is magnesium. So what's happening with magnesium? Magnesium is displaced by zinc because zinc displaces metal Y from solution of the salt. The carbonate of metal Z is insoluble. So sodium, the carbonate of sodium, carbonate of sodium is soluble in water. So this is incorrect. This A is incorrect. What about B? X is sodium. Yes, that's correct. Y can be copper. Zinc can displace copper because zinc is more reactive than copper. And Z, in Z they've written copper. The carbonate of metal Z is insoluble, which is also true. So this looks correct to me. For your convenience, I am checking the last choice. X sodium, Y copper, Z sodium. This is incorrect. So only B will be left and it's the right answer in this case. Question number 30. Which statement about alloys is correct? A, they are compounds of 2 or more metals. No, alloys are mixture of metals, so A is incorrect. B, they are mixtures of metals with other metals or non-metals. This looks correct to me. Now I'm reading the other statements. C, they conduct electricity because they have ionic bonds between the metal atoms. This is incorrect because they contain metal cations, and the reason for the conduction of electricity is free moving or delocalized electrons. So this is also incorrect. D, they have identical physical properties to the metals they contain. This is wrong. Alloys are harder or less malleable or less ductile than the metals they contain. So only choice B will be correct in this case. 31. Pieces of magnesium can be attached to the steel hull of a ship to prevent rusting. This is sacrificial protection. Which statements about sacrificial protection are correct? 1. Iron atoms gain electrons and form hydrated iron 3 oxide. This is wrong because iron atom does not gain electron when forming hydrated iron 3 oxide. Instead, it will lose electron. So this is incorrect. Number 2, magnesium atoms gain electrons to form magnesium ions. It is also wrong. Magnesium is a metal. It will lose electron to form magnesium ions, and here it's offering sacrificial protection, which means it will corrode or rust in preference to iron. So magnesium atoms will lose electrons to form magnesium ions. This is also wrong. Number 3, magnesium is oxidized. This is wrong. sorry, this is correct. Oxidize means it will lose electron. So only statement 3 is correct. So D will be the right answer in this case. 32. Why is carbon used in water purification? This is very easy. A, it acts as a filter to remove insoluble solids. This is incorrect. B, it adds oxygen to the water. This is also wrong. Number C, it disinfects the water. This is also wrong. Chlorine is used to disinfect the water. D, it removes taste and odor. This is the right answer. 33. Which statement about air pollutants is correct? A, catalytic converters in vehicles change a toxic gas into a non-toxic gas. This is correct. This is true because it's converting toxic gases into non-toxic. The toxic gases are CO, carbon monoxide, which is removed in catalytic converter. B, flue gas desulfurization uses calcium nitrate. This is wrong. Calcium carbonate is used in desulfurization, not calcium nitrate. C, photosynthesis is a process that releases carbon dioxide. This is wrong because it releases oxygen, releases O2, not CO2. D, sulfur dioxide is responsible for photochemical smog. This is wrong. Sulfur dioxide is not responsible for photochemical smog. Instead, the dust particles or unburned carbons responsible for photochemical smog. So this is also wrong. A will be the right answer in this case. Question number 34. What is the structural formula of propyl methanoate? Propyl methanoate. Propyl, the formula of propyl will be this C, 3 carbons, CH3, CH2, CH2. Methanoate. Methanoate, it means it must be coming from methanoic acid. So we will have OOCH. So this is propyl methanoate. So only choice D shows this formula. So this will be the right answer. For your convenience, I am reading the other choices also. A. In A, what do we have? We are having propyl. This is propyl. And this is ethanoate. This is propyl ethanoate. Propyl ethanoate. So this one is incorrect. B. In B, we are having different kind of compound here, which is out of the syllabus. C, we have CH3, CH2, COOCH3. It must be methyl propanoate. Methyl propanoate. This is also wrong. So only choice D is the right answer in this case. 35. Which statement about ethane is correct? Each ethane molecule contains exactly 7 bonds, all of which are single covalent bonds. I am drawing the displayed formula for ethane. The molecular formula for ethane is C2H6. The 2 carbon, 1, 2. Let's count the number of bonds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they all are single covalent bond. This looks correct to me. For your convenience, I am reading the other statements also. B. Ethane is a member of the homologous series of alkanes, a family of unsaturated hydrocarbons. This is incorrect because it's a family of saturated hydrocarbons, not unsaturated. C, the equation for complete combustion of ethane is C2H6 plus 3O2 gives 2CO2 plus 3H2O. If you count the number of atoms on each side of the equation, carbon is balanced, hydrogen is also balanced. What about oxygen? We have 6 oxygen on the reactant side because 3 multiplied by 2 gives 6. On the product side, 2 multiplied by 2 is 4 and 4 plus 3 is 7. Oxygen is not balanced. So this is incorrect. D. When a molecule of ethane reacts with chlorine, one hydrogen atom is replaced by a chlorine molecule. Hydrogen atom is definitely replaced when ethane reacts with chlorine molecule, but hydrogen atom is replaced by chlorine atom, not molecule. So this is incorrect also. Only choice A will be the right answer in this case. 36. Isoprene is an alkene which is commonly found in plants. Which properties does isoprene have? It burns in air. Yes, this is correct. Number 2, it can form polymers. Yes, this is also correct because it's an alkene. It contains a carbon-carbon double bond, so it will definitely form polymer. 3, it decolorises aqueous bromine. It contains carbon-carbon double bond, so it will definitely decolorises aqueous bromine. So all these 3 statements are correct. So choice A will be the right answer in this case. 37. The structure of an ester is shown. This is the ester. Which 2 compounds react to form this ester? Now I'm going to break this ester so that you will know which alcohol and carboxylic acid is responsible for the formation of this ester. This part is coming from the alcohol, and there are 3 carbon atoms, so it means propanol, and it must be propane 1-ol, propane dash 1 dash ol, CH3COO. It must be coming from the carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. There are 2 carbon atoms, so it must be ethanoic acid. So we have propane 1-ol and ethanoic acid for this one. So only choice C will be the right one in this case. What about question number 38? 25 centimeter cube of 1 mole per dm cube sodium hydroxide is titrated with dilute sulfuric acid using a suitable indicator. 25 centimeter cube of sulfuric acid is required to reach the end point. What is the concentration of the sulfuric acid and which indicator is used? So let's write the reaction equation between these two. We have sodium hydroxide, NaOH, sulfuric acid is H2SO4. Product will be Na2SO4 plus water, H2O. Let's balance the equation. So we have to write 2 here. So it must be 2 moles of water. Now we have 2 moles, number of moles for sodium hydroxide. Let's write N1, 2 moles of sodium hydroxide. N2 for the moles of H2SO4, it must be 1 mole. Okay, what about the volume V1 for sodium hydroxide? According to the question, it is 25 centimeter cube. And for sulfuric acid V2, it is also 25 centimeter cube. What about the concentration for sodium hydroxide? It's given M1 gives 1 mole per dm cube. M2, we need to find the concentration of sulfuric acid. So we have the formula M1 V1 by N1 is equal to M2 V2 by N2, or you can write M2 is equal to M1 V1 multiplied by N2 divided by N1 multiplied by V2. Let's putting all the values. M1 is 1, V1 it's 25, N2 it's 1 divided by N1. N1 is 2 multiplied by V2. V2 is also 25. So 25 will be cancelled out by 25. In the end, we are left with 1.1 by 2 or 0.5. 0.5 will be the concentration for sulfuric acid. Either A is correct or B is correct. So which indicator will be used in this case? We will use methyl orange. We will not use universal indicator because we are not looking for the identification of acids and alkalis, we are looking for the change in color during a titration reaction. So A will be the right answer in this case. 39. The results of a paper chromatography experiment are shown. X is an aqueous solution of a salt of a group 1 element. Y is an aqueous solution of a salt of transition element. X, group 1, salt. Y, transition element, salt. Okay, which row is correct? If you look at the chromatogram, Y is more soluble in the solvent. It has covered a large distance as compared to X. So Y must be soluble in the solvent, and which means that it has higher RF value. So either C is correct or D is correct. Now, which one requires a locating agent? Group 1 salts, they do not give any color. So group 1 definitely need locating agent. So choice C will be the right answer in this case. Last question, aqueous sodium hydroxide is used to identify the ions present in aqueous solutions of compounds Q and R. The results are shown. For the colored solution, before addition of sodium hydroxide, Q, and after addition of a few drops of sodium hydroxide gives green precipitate. So you know that green precipitate either Cr plus 3 or Fe plus 2 gives green precipitate. Now R, colored solution before addition of aqueous sodium hydroxide, after addition of aqueous sodium hydroxide and heated, the gas given off, it must be ammonium, because ammonium ion, if it is there, it will react with the alkali, releasing gas, which is ammonia here. So either choice A is correct or C is correct. Both B and D is incorrect. In this case, choice A will be the right answer because green precipitate, Cr3 plus, and ammonium ion given by in A. Thanks for watching. Press like and share my videos. For more videos, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon.